Hello Gundam collectors, today we have the Gashapon Senshi Forte EX04. This thing came out in 2018. Alright. That's black and white. How does that help people buy that thing? Right? Unless the model itself is black and white, but... Okay, that's all the legalese and all that stuff. Looks like it's new. So Nightingale is one of my favorite character designs from Gundam. I don't know if it's considered just a mobile suit or a mobile armor. But video games, I don't know what that's from. But look at this thing. I gotta give credit to this guy. Made by PF Ganchan. Sounds Korean to me. He's calling this thing the Deathbird. This is just so crazy. Boy, it probably took that guy 50 to 100 hours to make that thing. It's just totally different from a Nightingale entirely. I don't know how many Nightingale kits that took. Or maybe it's like a... I don't know if these wings are custom made or taken from maybe like a different model kit. I don't know. It's pretty nuts though. Look at all that wiring. I haven't looked at this website. It's got thrusters, metal thrusters, I think. Very impressive. Alright, well, it'll be a little less impressive, but hopefully still cool is this guy. So, let's take a look here. This is my first Forte Extra, or EX, whatever that EX means. GSF EX4. Alright, so yeah, like other Fortes, you have the standard joints and stuff that gives you some articulation. But it's a pretty extensive list of components, it looks like. Some sort of call out with the guns down there. Well, hopefully we can figure this out. A lot of baggies here. Resituate my camera as I put this together, so careful not to cut through these parts. I hope they're all soft plastic, and so they withstand a drop or abuse. Looks like some funnels and some hands and joints and stuff. Gonna need clippers. A lot of stuff is still on the molding tree. This thing's already put together. Just two colors. Ooh, lots of bags. It's definitely an extra. Oh, so I don't know. Oh, that feels rigid. So just like a Converge, those could break if they fall or something like that. Maybe the head antenna in here? Or no, maybe it looks like green. Maybe a weapon. Yeah, that's brittle plastic, so that's unfortunate. One more bag. The feet and the legs. Okay, so now I need to get some clippers. Get these things off the trees. These are definitely PVC. This one's soft. These funnels, they seem kind of soft. They're just so small, they would never break. But they are so small, you might lose them. So I might actually end up gluing these in place. I'm not sure if paint, like normal hobby paint, or even spray can paint wants to stick to PVC. You have to search the internet. It just says this is the raw red plastic and it looks it, you know, it doesn't look high quality. it's got that sheen to it that looks really kind of like cheap and plasticky. Alright, these are your standard Forte joints. Okay, the hands are on this. The hands are definitely soft, so that's good. You don't have to worry about those fingers snapping off. I mean, I guess if you really abuse it, you could probably break it, but... Now these are thrusters. I've never seen these parts before. This looks like the hip joint here or something. There's two of them. Oh, maybe they're for the big verniers, the thruster parts. More parts. This is very soft plastic, this red one here. More. These are actually painted. So I don't know what kind of paint they used for this stuff. It'd be interesting to find out, but maybe someone knows. I guess you leave that alone. Okay, but this definitely has to come off. Okay, anything else? Nope. Well, nope, these things. Just look at the forearms. Alright, we'll just leave the clippers nearby in case I miss something. So let's try to figure this out now. Saying put the skirt onto the torso. So there's the torso, the skirt, and the front. This is the back side with this rectangle. You can see here a rectangular thing. Doesn't want to fit in there, maybe because there's this thing. Yeah, I think I gotta trim that off. Oh, but it exposes red. Hopefully it'll get hidden when I put it in there. So there's two tabs here, one in the back, and yeah, well, mostly that red is gone, so that's cool. So you have air floating around these pipes, so that's nice. Alright, what else? Well, let's put an arm together. Those arm joints. Here's an elbow joint. Where is the other joint? Here it is. It's really hard to get. This is the worst part of putting these Senshis together, is this elbow joint. You also have to press it down with something, or you're gonna it's gonna really hurt your hands. Okay, but they'll never come apart. Alright, so this is a forearm, it looks it. Alright, so yeah, we gotta get this in there. You gotta wiggle it because there's a little ledge on these shafts, so it keeps it from falling out of these red parts. But it's really hard to get in there the first time. And so this is the... I see. So both of them have like a cylinder cut out of them, so they're trying to hide a lot of the joint, which is kind of cool. Alright, I think, see, so technically it is a joint. That actually says left, so I put it on the wrong side. This is for the shield. Oh no, that is the right side, right, if I look forward. But let's try to hide that L. Alright, so that's good. I lucked out there putting that on the correct side. Alright, that one went in okay. See, wiggle it in. Come on. Actually, I think I do want this up this way, so I can hide that R. I guess that's in all the way. Okay, so if that's R. I know the gun usually goes into the right side, so I'm going to pop the hand here with the hole in it. And it might actually make sense to actually put the gun in now. So the gun, it's okay. It just looks kind of plasticky again. That was a pretty easy fit. I don't know. Oh, that's really rough. You might want to file that down. Unfortunately, you can see the elbow doesn't want to bend too much, because and then the stock is running into it, but I guess it'll just be canted off to the side. I like that there's a little bit of a recess there in the barrel. Alright, so now the dumbbell joint here. Ah, nice, because this is soft plastic, this upper arm. That popped in pretty easily. Yep, very good. I guess I'll have a splayed hand for this side, because it's going to have a shield. Oh, wait a sec, this thing has two weapons. Alright, I guess I will put in the fist. And so where is the shield? Nice, the shield has gold on it. Black, of course. Nicely molded details on the back. Really nice. I mean, this thing's tiny. It's a small little toy. Okay, not super tight, not super loose. And yes, this is rigid plastic, I think. It's nicely done, how they got the red there. It's gonna collide there. Let's twist it the other way. Maybe this would be best. Yeah, see, it popped out. Maybe you want to run the sword on the other side, because it won't collide with the shield. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Okay, live and learn here. So I got order to this. Okay. I wish that hole was deeper. I guess that's in. All right. I see. So that little gun, there is a separate piece. Boy, that's gonna be easy to lose. Where is it? What color is it? I don't see anything that looks like that. Let's get some of these other parts out of the way. So these funnels, one of them's already molded on. Sadly, that tear mark is really ugly. And again, it looks really cheap. You know, it's just a raw plastic. So there's a shape to all these, which is kind of annoying. Why can't they just mold round holes? So this looks, I don't know, looks like it could belong here. I guess it does. You gotta spend time looking at shapes, pegs, and holes. I guess this can go in here somehow. Or maybe it goes on the other side. I'm gonna hold off on that one. Man, they're so small, these shapes. I don't know which is which. It looks like one of them is rounded. Must be this rounded. That can't be right. Alright. That looks squarish. This looks roundish again. Okay. Nope, not that one. Possibly this one. Alright. Yeah, I might go back and glue those. But look at the thruster details, really cool. You could add, oh, this red is quite flexible, so that's nice. The gray, that might be, no, you know what, I think all of it's really flexible, so that's cool. I really like all those thrusters. Alright, let's put this one together. This looks like a cut off square. This looks rounded. I think that's supposed to be rounded. That's a cut off square again. And that should leave the last one. I ended up crazy gluing those in place. I don't trust them to be there if I ever fondle this toy again. Alright, so let's pop this arm in here. That goes into the front joint. There, right? So you get, being a ball peg, dumbbell, you get all sorts of movement. Alright, rotating movement and all that. So this sword is colliding quite a bit. I don't know if you can really use this sword. I mean, I don't know how it could fit because it's colliding with the forearm as well. Yeah, that sword is just weird, right? That's not gonna happen. Alright, well, you know what? Let's just leave it on. See how goofy it does look. I don't know what this is. Oh, that's what these black things are here. So more thrusters. I don't know if there's a right or the left. This says left. Honestly, I'm sure it wouldn't make a difference if you put the right on the left. Or maybe it does. The hole looks like it might be staggered a little bit. So this is another thing I think I might have to glue in place. Yeah, so far it's okay. Alright, so thrusters, I guess you want to put in the little thrusters first. That one cants out. I just test fit all three because I don't know. This one has a super long peg, so maybe that goes in here. This middle hole, but maybe canted downwards. You'll see this, the pegs are actually at an angle. They're not straight with the thruster. That's because back here is angled, so I have a suspicion it goes in this way. Let me see. Not very descriptive. Maybe it does go in this way. The top is flat, so yes, it does actually point upwards. It's really hard to get in there. Okay. Now that was a long peg, so I don't know if that... I don't think that's going to fall out. Alright, so I'm going to glue those in place. Alright, so those are in place. The way they designed this, you could paint all this and make this thing look really awesome. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. For now, definitely not. So these are actually marked. This one has an M on it for middle. So that one goes canted downwards, like that. This one is marked right, okay. I have a feeling this one cants upwards. You can see the peg is staggered to the cylinder. And so are these holes. They're staggered to the square. So I'm pretty sure, well, that's not bottoming out. Well, and this one is marked left. That one fit pretty flush. This one, I think I gotta trim off some extra. For some reason it doesn't bottom out in the hole. Maybe it's this thing. Let's try that again. Alright, now that's bottomed out. Alright, so yeah, the tanks are splayed out in a cone-like pattern, and you got thrusters around them, so that's neat. Alright, what is next? I guess we can put the head on, or no? Well, yeah, I guess let's put the head. So you got the back of the head. The mono eye is in here. Oh, that's nice. It's actually like green. So the mono eye is, I don't know if that's just paint, or it literally might be a clear piece of plastic pegged in there. It's so small, I can't tell. But the top of the head here, we have this one peg holding that. I do feel again. Oh, look, the back also fell off. So I'm gonna glue that in. I guess I'll use a toothpick. And since the back is already loose, I should probably glue that in its place. It's really cool, this little detail. I thought this was molding flash, that little rib, but no, it's on purpose. It's meant to go around this thing here. It's on both sides. Alright, so that's glued together. Shouldn't fall apart. Ah, I see, the neck peg, maybe. Oh, it's this one here. So first I probably want to put the neck in the bottom. I'm going to glue that in place. Nice Xeon logo there, and then some thrusters painted white, very cool. Alright, pops on. I don't think you get too much articulation, but let's try. What do you know? Because it's soft, see, this won't get, that's gonna break. It's only these two. That's suspicious. They're definitely hard. But this one won't break, so that's nice. Coming along here. Sorry if I'm going slow, but I don't want to mess this up. I guess, yeah, just pop in these things here. Oh, pop in this arm. Okay. And then these are clearly directional. I would assume it's canted this way, so this goes in here. Nice big round peg, so there's no need to glue that. I don't think that's ever going to fall out. And there's a lot of friction, so you can cant them backwards like that, you know, for thrust or hovering. Very cool. Yeah, very cool. Alright, what do we have here? Looks like a leg. Another leg. I see. So the feet have these joints here. And again, I feel like I should probably glue those in place. But there's like a step or something. Let's see. I don't think it makes a difference. Let's just make sure. No, it's just crudely molded. I don't even think you need to glue that in place. There's so much friction going on there. So that says left. Does this, and this says left, so those two made up. There we go. This is the back of the leg, this cutout. Nice positive snapping sound. Even got some thruster details in here, that's neat. Okay, now we'll do the other foot. Nice snap again. So even the bottom of the feet, super cool details, on par with Converge. The leg here is painted gray. Alright. And that would leave the bottom here. The tanks are unfortunately not painted white. Here's the hip joint. Okay, so now that's going to pop up into the torso. This is going to be kind of a pain because there's a massive lip here, but it'll never come apart easily. Not by shaking it around, at least. Yeah, probably, I don't know if I should have done that before the arms or not. I assume that's in place. It looks pretty snug. I guess you can get a tiny bit of articulation, but it is colliding with, you know, the tank and the arms in particular. I see. So yeah, look at that. Let's just have it straight. So got Char's logo there, white thrusters. So really nicely detailed, as I've come to expect from these Senshi Fortes. And then, oh, I see. That's where I'm going to put the sword. It's got the additional arms and the skirt. So yeah, I got to take this hand off again. So the rifle's going to go on the right arm, as it usually is portrayed that way. Although really, robots, I don't think are left or right centric. But I guess it has to do with the pilot, maybe. Oh, that arm fell out. So the left, we're going to put the splayed hand. Okay. Alright, so the gun looks good. That hand looks pretty good. Now let's pop these legs on. There's a a little peg hole here on the bottom, but this one doesn't come with a stand. You would think for an extra special piece they would include the standard stand, which, you know, couldn't have cost much. Alright, so then you have these arms that come out the bottom, which is kind of a weird part of the design. But if you really want to carry this sword, what's also weird is this thing is totally horizontal the way it's gripping. Right, so you can do this. But this looks so weird, right? That makes no sense. Why wouldn't they pose the hand in like a 45-degree angle or vertically? Right? Who's gonna pose horizontal weapons? That's really strange. So that's just poor design right there. That's a poorly designed product. Yeah, it's weird. They could have made the mold even simpler if the hand was rotated 90 degrees. Right? They could have just had an up and a down mold. But no, that's really strange. So apparently I'm not gonna pose it with both weapons. It's just not gonna happen. So here it is with the rifle. But I think I will pose it with this. Oh no, it's gonna collide again, right? The sword. I have two of the Nightingales and none of them are carrying the sword. Alright, so you're left with two extra hands, these useless things, and then the rifle is actually kind of cool. So it can stand, obviously. It's going to scrape its back skirt. But this thing's jammed with a lot of details for something so small. It's around 7 centimeters or 2 3/4 of an inch. So that's really impressive how small it is. I do have a couple other, you know, Senshis and Senshi Fortes. Is a Rick Dias, Zaku 2, and a Sazabi. No, I think, yeah, that is a Sazabi. So you can see the Nightingale is clearly bigger, but they skipped out on the stand. Maybe it's because it's so big they realized the standard stand, the base isn't wide enough and it might just fall over. Let's try it out on this really small stand here. So the hole, it's nice that the hole is there. Let's put that backwards for center of gravity. What? It has no problem. Although it doesn't look like it's barely flying on that one because it's so low. Let's try it on the other one, the old stand. Or is this the, no, I actually think maybe this is the old stand. Yeah, this one seems taller. Yeah. I really wish it came with that stand. It looks so much cooler flying. I mean, the thing's got 16 billion thrusters on it. It doesn't want to just hang out on the ground. I think it's a spacesuit in the first place. Alright, well, let's see what else do we have. I do have those two other Nightingales. I have to back out a little bit here. And we'll put those over there. Alright, you got the gist with those guys. I have the Converge one, and I've added some decals and jewel beads. That has no accommodation for a flight stand whatsoever. It's just that. So it's kind of weird they wouldn't even just mold a hole down there. You can see the torso, it's just totally loose. So it's quite a bit bigger. Not too much though. In fact, I should take this off the stand because this makes it look bigger just flying. But now you can see. I would say, you know, close on the amount of like molded details. Sure, I guess the Converge has more molded details. It's because it's bigger, but again, for something this small, fairly impressive. Not only the molding lines, but all the tampo printing and paint apps as well. So, very cool. Very cool indeed. It's a different shade of red. Now, I think this one might actually be painted. And that's why it looks better. It's painted plastic. This is just raw red plastic, so that's an advantage of the Converge. But this has more articulation. The Converge, only the arms and the verniers move, but the legs I don't think move at all. But this one actually has elbows as well. Oh, the head can move as well. I think these funnels can come out as well. Alright, so one last one. The cross silhouette model kit, which took forever to make. So long. So I don't do too many model kits on this channel. It's just so time consuming to do it right, meaning painting it. And you can see now it's just much bigger entirely. I mean, it's so massive. So oddly, I think this is the cheapest of the three. You can buy this model kit. Well, actually, it's out of production now, so it's inflated. But original price-wise, I think this is the cheapest, and that's the biggest thing. But if you want to do it right, though, you have to spend a lot of time painting it. Okay, well, those are other videos you can look up on all those other figures. Today, we're just looking at this guy again. So I'm really happy again. I do really like these Senshi figures. The only big gripe is putting the elbows together. They're so small and fidgety. But once the thing is finished, it's just awesome. You know, you can really play around with it. I would recommend you glue some parts though, because they are so small. The pegs are so short. But that's it. That's a minor thing. So thank you for watching today. I'll see you in the next Senshi video. Bye now.